Hey, what's up? This is Gordon with Hope and Numbers. Happy New Year. Today's 1/6. I know we still got the Christmas tree up. That's totally okay. We want to maybe leave it up all year long. We just do whatever we want over here at Hope and Numbers. Let's go. Maybe you guys like this sick hoodie. It's Jesus Christ on there. Galatians 3:27 says, "Those who have been baptized with Christ, it's like putting Jesus on, like putting on new clothes." Boom, catch that fire. Hey, I want to tell you some epic stories that goes with today's date. Right now it's 10:23 p.m. I know it's a little late, but hey, it's still on 1/6, and 1/6 has changed my life forever. It's given me so much wisdom and fire and confidence. It's not even funny. I'm going to get into that in a second. It's 10:23 p.m. right now. Hebrews 10:23 says, "Let's hold firmly without wavering to the hope we affirm, because God can be trusted to keep his promises." Oh my goodness, that goes exactly with today's date. Today's date is 1/6. Philippians 1:6 says this, "Be confident in this. He who starts a good work in you will carry it out to completion." Oh my goodness, this verse has been my light, my refuge, my shelter. Whenever I doubt something, I just run to this verse, because he who started a good work in me will carry it out to completion. I'm going to show you a testimony, a few of them, of how that's happened, hopefully really quick. Okay, so the first one was, so actually Revelations 12 verse 11 says, "And they defeated him," talking about the enemy, talking about the devil. "They defeated him by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimonies." So I'm going to tell you my testimony, and hopefully it blows you up and you catch some of this fire and gives you some confidence in who God says you are and the plan that he's got for your life through my testimony. That's how we defeat the enemy, through the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. So here's my testimony. When I was born September 21st, 1981. That's pretty long time ago, right? So my parents found out one of the recent, I don't even know if they had ultrasounds back then. I'm sure they did, because they found out when I was born I had this heart defect. My heart, my aorta was not open all the way. So anytime my heart got pumping from 0 to age, I'll get to that in a second, but till I was older, I was not allowed to get my heart pumping at all. So I was not allowed to play sports. And that kind of bugged me, because to be honest, I'm pretty athletic. I could have gone pro, but I had a heart issue. But maybe that's okay, because I got hope and numbers out of the situation. I'm really good at ping pong, but I'm kind of joking. But I'm actually pretty athletic, love sports. But as a kid, I was never allowed to play because I had this heart condition, this heart defect that I was born with. It was called, I forget what it was called, to be honest. But the surgery that I eventually needed, whenever my heart got full size, they said, "We're going to replace that part of your heart, and you're going to need to get it's called the Ross procedure." And the name of the issue I have, I can't even pronounce it. It's some, medicine, doctor, doctors could say it real easy. G Diddy, dude, I quote verses. I don't know all that stuff. But God made me who I am on purpose. You're going to see why. Philippians 1:6 again says, "Be confident. He who starts a good work in you will carry it out to completion." So I want to have surgery. I'm 15 years old. I'm about to have open heart surgery at the end of my freshman year in high school. And I'm actually excited, because I really want to play sports, but I really wasn't allowed to, because I'm not allowed to get my heart pumping, because it could rip my heart and I could have some heart attack or some situation, because my aorta was partially closed off. So they did this Ross procedure where they cut out my aorta, they took out my pulmonary valve and moved it to my aorta, and I got a donor pulmonary valve from someone else. Check out some of these pictures. So this is a picture right here before open heart surgery. This is a picture of me the night before they cut my chest open and replaced part of my heart. Here's a picture of me and my dad. I wore a hat into surgery. I've always worn a hat. Maybe that's why I'm going bald, but I've always loved wearing a hat. I used to be a White Sox fan. So there's me at 15 with my dad. So these next few pictures are kind of be my heart open. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. I take that to the next level. Open the eyes of my heart. You're about to see my heart here. So close your eyes for the next, I'll tell you when you can look again if you don't want to see G Diddy's open heart. It's kind of gross, but here we go. So this is a picture of my actual heart. That's crazy, right? That's epic, crazy fire. That you can see my heart right there. And so here's a few more pictures of the heart. My own heart. That's crazy to see. Kind of makes me woozy a little bit thinking about it. But so they did open heart surgery. It was successful. Here's some pictures of my mom and dad. They showed up. A lot of family came. My brother came. Who else? My youth pastor and one of the coaches came at the time. And then a bunch of, I was in high school, I thought of myself as a ladies' man, but a bunch of the girls came. And so the doctors were worried about this picture right here because they were walking me around. I wasn't supposed to get my heart pumping for at all, have my heart rate up, and all these girls were walking me around, the little cubicle thing. And so, dude, I had open heart surgery, everything went okay. But remember, he who starts a good work and he will carry it out to completion. After that, a couple situations happened. I like to joke around. So I go to Peter Piper Pizza after open heart surgery, and I unscrew the pepper lids of the red peppers, and the next person that would grab it would dump it all over their pizza. And they did that, and the girl that I did it to, her name was Marissa. She didn't think that was funny. So she took the peppers after it was all over her pizza. I'm laughing, we're all laughing. She takes the peppers, didn't think it was funny, threw it right in my face. Got a bunch of red peppers in my eye. I'm not supposed to move my chest at all. And I'm screaming. Maybe started saying some bad words, I don't remember, but I'm not supposed to move at all. But I got this thing burning my eye. I went into the bathroom and washing it out. So that happened. And then, long story short, a neighbor came over drunk. And one second, sorry, low battery just popped up there. One of the neighbors came by, long story, he was drunk, he came over yelling at my mom, and I had to get out of my house. This crazy situation. My dad worked in Canada, he was gone for the summer. So anyways, I'm not supposed to move my chest, and all these crazy situations happened right after that. I was flipping off the diving board, trying to impress the girl that I liked at the time. I'm not supposed to move for 6 months, my chest or heart, get it going, because I just had surgery. But I didn't care. I'm going at it. So long story short, I started getting real sick, very sick. And come to find, this rookie doctor listened to my heart and heard some kind of weird noise. And so they did an ultrasound, and the pericardium sac, I don't know if that's right, but the sac around your heart was filling with fluid. And I had to get this put in right here. It's actually a tube, really long, going into the sac around my heart and draining fluid for 2 weeks to keep me from being, from dying. And so if I didn't get that emergency surgery where that rookie doctor found out, G Diddy would not be here today. I wouldn't have my 4 beautiful kids and my 1 on the way, and be married and love my church, and Hope in Numbers would have been born. So when I think of the verse of today's date, Philippians 1:6 says, be confident that he who starts a good work in you will carry it out to completion. I just love that verse. It gives me, I am confident that I'm not going to die. I have a bad heart, but it's been replaced. Ezekiel 36:26 says, they had a stony, stubborn heart, but God replaced it with a tender, responsive heart. And so I got part of my heart replaced. It was crazy, and now I have this tender, responsive heart for the Lord. And I totally think that God started a good work in me, and he will carry it out to completion. So that's just one of my testimonies in my own personal life. I'll get to some more later, but Philippians 1:6 has changed my life, and I'm confident that he began a good work in me, and he's going to carry it out to completion. Ephesians 2:10 says, we are Christ's masterpieces. We're not a mess. We are a masterpiece from Jesus stinking Christ. And it says he created us, plans for us to do before time began, basically is what it says, for us to do. So God knew Hope in Numbers was going to be born out of this dude. And I'm going to teach you how to memorize Bible verses. I'm going to change every number that you see into promises from God. And so you're going to start seeing Hope in Numbers. And so I'm just super excited to tell you today's date and that story and that testimony. And that's how we're going to defeat the enemy, by the blood of the Lamb, the blood of the Lamb. This is the Lamb of God, Jesus Christ, the blood of the Lamb, and the word of our testimonies. Let's go. Matthew 6:33, we need to seek him first and his righteousness and his kingdom, and all things will be given unto us. That's what Matthew 6:33 says. So, hey, thank you so much for following Hope in Numbers. Tell people about it. This is a movement, a ministry that we're trying to get going. Got some exciting news coming this year in 2020. And I got a few more testimonies coming up. I got some, I did the ARC thing the other day. I got some more videos coming out, so be looking forward to that. But I love you guys. Thanks for following. Follow us at hopeinnumbers.net. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all these places. So till the day we die, let's lift the name of Jesus high, and let's go make heaven crowded. Boom, catch that fire.